Hey guys, this is Candy of Natural Hair Dynamics. Welcome to another video, and today's video is uber spontaneous, you guys. I literally was, all the way halfway through or three-quarter way through the process, and it dawned on me that hey, why not show you guys how I install these faux goddess locks. And so as you can see, I am twisting in the curly hair, which is the very first step in the process, and I braided it at the roots and then twisted almost to the very end, leaving about 3 inches untwisted for that curly effect. Yeah. And the hair that I'm using for this part of the style is the Lulutress Deep Wave in the length 18 inches, and this is a very decent quality hair, super soft and not prone to tangling at all. And the color I'm using today for the style is burgundy. And for the wrapping, for the outer part that will be wrapped, I'm using this Janet collection Afro twist braid, also in the color burgundy, and this is pretty much a Marley type hair that mimics genuine locks. Yes. And so the faux lock process is pretty much a two-step process. I already completed the first step, which was to install the curly hair, twisting it in, and now I'm starting the second process, which is the wrapping process. And very importantly, you want to ensure that the Marley hair is well secured to the twist before you start actually wrapping in a downward motion. So you go ahead and wrap it around at the base maybe 4 or 5 times, just to ensure that the hair is properly secured. And as you can see, it is well secured but not too tight. Very important to ensure that the hair is not overly tight and pulling on the scalp, so that it is a potential damage or danger to your follicles. So now I'm moving on to wrapping in a downward motion, and it is pretty simple and repetitive. So just ensure that you spread the hair a little bit and then you wrap, but each time you wrap, you ensure that you overlap it with the previously wrapped portion, and keep going, overlapping and wrapping in a downward motion. Yeah. Okay, so once you get to the last 3 inches of the Marley hair, you want to get ready to start wrapping the hair in an upward motion again, so that you are able to seal the end. So you have come to the point where you want to stop, leaving some of the curly hair out. And so to seal off the end of the Marley hair, you're just going to wrap it upward, and then you're going to form a knot. Wrap the hair around your fingers and just use the tail of a comb to pull the end through the loop that you formed around your finger. Yeah, and then you just tighten it to create the knot, and I will go ahead and repeat the process just to reinforce it and to secure it again. And I have some nail glue here that I am using just to seal the ends. You do not want to take any chances. The worst thing that can happen is that you put out the effort and the lock unravels. So you want to ensure that it is properly sealed at the end, and then you roll for a nice finish. And so as to give you guys a close-up as to how the wrapping is done, you pretty much secure the lock with your 2 fingers on the one hand, and then you take the other hand to do the actual wrapping. So after every wrap that you make, you slide the other hand that is securing the hair downward a little bit to make room for wrapping, you know, again. And then at the end of the hair, once you get to the last 2 or so inch, you start wrapping upwards again in order to create that final knot that I mentioned earlier. And pretty much that's the process. Okay, so we are all done, and I'm just gonna go ahead and trim up any flyaways that might be at the ends of the hair, just to make sure it looks nice and neat. Yeah, and pretty much there you have it, you guys. Go ahead and now just add your finishing touches. I'm using this Cream of Nature styling mousse just to add a little bit of shine and to loosen up the locks a little bit. And of course, to ensure that her scalp is healthy and nourished, I'm using the One True Natural Shine of Mine Nourishing Oil Blend just to spray onto her scalp. Yeah. And she's pretty much all set and ready to go.